the earliest memories I have as a little boy growing up in Kentucky, which is, of course, the home of bluegrass music for anybody that really knows much about bluegrass. I think they consider the birthplace to be not far from where I live, because that's where Bill Monroe comes from, and he's kind of known as the father of bluegrass music. But I grew up with that sound. That's the earliest memories I have, are my dad playing guitar. His best friend on one side was Scotty Henson, a 5-string banjo player. His other friend on the other side was Jack Curtis Martin, where my Curtis name comes from, was a great dobro player who would go on to play with legendary Lester Flatt and Earl Scruggs on the Grand Ole Opry. So there was a lot of really rich, great music in my earliest childhood. And my dad, who is still a great guitar player and a great singer, he taught me to play guitar when I was 6 years old. I learned my first song on the guitar. And so I grew up just so much, you know, a fan of all music, but that music is, again, kind of the deepest in my DNA. And when I started, really when my family and I together, around the time that I was 7 years old, my mom and dad and older brother really began to follow the Lord, and their faith journey began at that point. Mine was just a few months after kind of watching this transformation in my home. We started to play music together as a family. We started singing in church. And at that point, you know, we'd take the hymns and we'd take those old songs, but they always kind of had a little bit of a Kentucky sort of spin on them.